Courting is not dating. Dating is not courting. You cannot correctly court if you have not dated. Be sure to check the video out I did this morning asking the question, is dating biblical? Because many Christians are saying dating is not biblical. That dating is not in the Bible. And so I did a video. It's almost an hour, and I need you to check that out before you watch this video. And so right after I did that video, I went on Facebook. I shared it on Facebook, and here's this post that popped up from this young lady. I follow her. Wait a minute. My warm embrace. She said, I do not advocate for dating, courting only. Serious people only, families, godly discipline. She says, I do not advocate for dating, courting only. I said, cousins, this is my comment. I commented under her video. Okay. And then I posted over here. I said, wow, just had a discussion about this. I think this is why there is so much divorce in the church. People court and not date. How do you court before you date? I also think most Christians do not understand the true meaning of dating, thus not understanding the difference between dating and courting. Thus talk down on dating and encourage people to court. But how do you court a person you did not date? How do you court when you don't date? Okay. Most Christians, they push. Remember that book in the 90s, I Kiss Dating Goodbye? Remember that? From a 21-year-old? And God, the boy was young. God would not allow me to read the book because he would not. And even when I was writing this book, I went to that book again, trying to read it. And once again, the Holy Spirit would not allow me. Years later, they had to recall the book and pull it. The marriage was a mess. Because I'm like, you're 21-year-old. Well, he was young that wrote the book. And so most Christians, most people do not understand what dating is. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out. Like I said in that video I did this morning about is dating biblical, the church understanding of dating is sex, babies out of wedlock, shacking up, living together, buying houses together, buying cars together. But how many of you know that is not dating? That is a fake, a counterfeit marriage. That is not dating. And so a lot of Christians, they even say Christians don't date. I wrote that in my book. Christians don't date. So my question is, if you do not date, how do you court? And the church pushed courting and not dating, which makes no sense, because how can you court a man you didn't date? What is dating? Dating is gathering data so that you can make an informed decision. What is courting? Courting is the very, very short season between saying this is the one, you both say this is it, and he's about to go get the ring. Okay? This is it. It could be a month, it could be 2 months, but it's the period where you both know you're getting married and he's about to go pick up the ring. He's about to go get the ring and put it on your finger. So that means once he's going to get the ring, like my dad told me, he said, okay, Janice, y'all, this is it. He's the one. Y'all don't went ring shopping. He's getting ready to propose. You need to cut everybody else off. So when I cut everybody else off, I was courting my husband for a very, very short period of time before he proposed. And if I had told him I loved him, we would have went from dating to engaged, because he said he was going to propose in June. because June, the end of June, July, August is my husband busy month. Don't he not here. He traveling all over. They got their big conference during that time. And so he wanted to propose in June. So he proposed from my birthday. And I'm gonna tell you a reason why. He said, okay, I'm gonna do it for your birthday. He proposed October. My husband wanted to get married December. So technically, if I had accepted his proposal in June, we would have been married by December. But December to me was too quick. If he proposed October, because I didn't have my dress, I gotta get my girl. Okay. This is the problem with Christians, okay? Born again believers, the church. There's a spirit of deception in the church, especially in the Black church. I can't talk about any other churches because I'm in the Black church. There's a huge deception in the church about a lot of things. Let's think about money. Church believe don't save. Your savings is in heaven. At the same time, they're believing God to take the money from the rich and put it in your bank account. Right? How stupid is that? Don't save. Don't save for your inheritance for your children. Don't save to bury you. Don't save to send your kids to college. No, we're going to believe God to provide the money to send my kids to college. We're going to believe God to give me a house, not buy a house. Not work on your credit, save an investment to go buy a house. You're believing God to give you a house free of charge. You don't want to save. You don't want to invest. You don't want to have life insurance. You just believe God is going to have the money prepared for you when you need it. And don't the Bible say, don't save treasures on earth where moth and rust will grow up in? My treasures is in heaven. And you live paycheck. This is why the church is broke. It is deception. You're going to eat whatever you want to eat, fried chicken, turkey neck, and all this stuff. You're not going to go to the doctor because God is your healer. Deception. You're not going to watch your weight. You're not going to lose weight. You're not going to eat healthy. You're not going to drink water because God is your healer. Deception. You're not going to gather data so that you can make an informed decision. You're not going to vet because you believe, the church believes, that God is going to bring the man. The women in the church believe this. And because they believe God, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. They believe if I come to church every time the doors of the church is open, the church open on Sunday, 9:30 Sunday school, 11 o'clock service, and 5 p.m. Sunday evening service, okay? Monday is missionary meeting. Tuesday is deacon meeting. Wednesday is Bible study. Thursday is children's ministry. Friday is dating ministry. Ain't nobody but the same 50, 60-year-old woman sitting up there. Saturday, we're selling chicken to pay the rent mortgage, and we're back on Sunday. If you seek God by coming to church every time the doors of the church is open, God is going to add everything else to you because you're seeking God by coming to church. So no, I don't need to go out and make myself available to meet a man because I've been seeking God by going to church every time the doors of the church is open. So God is going to send my man to sit him right next to me and tell me, God said, I'm your husband. And because God said, I don't need to vet him. He's perfect. So we just go court and get married. So no matter what comes up, I'm not going to walk away. I'm not going to drop him because God sent him. And because God sent him, we going to court and get married. He ain't got no job. God sent him. He's a revolving door criminal, but God sent him. He got 50 kids all over the place. God sent him. He's abusive. God said, I know a woman that married the same man 3 times. 3 different men, all 3 of them abusive. In the church. It is deception, ma'am. This is why divorce is so bad in the church, because the church court, they teach courting, they don't teach dating. Because God sent him, I'm just going to court him. And no matter what comes up, no matter what may, God is going to work it out. I'm suffering through this because God sent him. That woman in The Naked Wife who was married and had a girlfriend living across town for 40 years. 20 or 30 years, he was shacking up across town with his girl. She sat there and waited for God to bring her husband home. And then when he got diabetes and was shitting all over the place, sitting all over the house, the girlfriend brought him back home. She went to church and shout all over church, God brought my husband home. And then there was having a women's conference and wanted me to come and be on the panel with this woman. And I said, for what? I'm not going to be named among this foolishness. So deception is huge in the church. This is why the church is not successful as the way we're supposed to be successful. This is why divorce is so bad in the church. How can divorce be worse in the church among the children of God than it is against the children of the devil? How is that possible? Because you're delusional. You want God to do all your work. You don't want to go to college and get a degree, but you're going to believe God to get you an executive job. You don't want to go get a bachelor's degree, but you're going to believe God to get the job that I have, where the first requirement is a bachelor's degree. But you're going to believe God. So what? They want me to have a bachelor's, believe God can do anything, honey. God is going to get me this job. Did you get it? So my beloved, my cousins, this is why you need to sign up for Janice Hylton Mentoring. If you are not over there, girl, what are you waiting for? Because I am trying to cry loud and spare not that as women, we need to, when people say we need to choose better, they're right. Don't get mad. They are right. You need to choose better, and you can choose better by learning how to correctly date. Dating is not sex. It's not shacking up. It's not having babies. It's none of those things. It's knowing what you want and date accordingly. My new book that's coming out very soon, y'all. Bear with me. You know, with my book, it's an assembly line. So my book that's coming out, talking about the guys I dated. I dated so many of them, but there was about one or two I could have married. It's about one or two, excuse me, I could have married. But I dated so many. And what that did for me was it helped me to understand more about dating. It helped me to learn more about dating. It has helped me to be able to be teaching you and teaching the younger woman behind. It has afforded me to write so many books to help women understand dating and how to choose. He that finds a wife. How do you find a wife if you're not looking for her, sir? I don't understand. It's deception. And the church needs to wake up, and the church needs to stop spreading heresies and lies like this about dating and courting. You can't court until you've dated. Courting is he's it. Courting is not getting to know him. You've already gotten to know him in the dating stage, and now this is it. The courting stage is right after you said this is it and him getting the ring. That's it. Courting don't take 55 years. It could, like I said, if my husband had proposed in June, like he said, we would not have courted. We would have went from dating to engaged. And dating don't take 50 years, girl. It does not take you being 10 years a girlfriend. See, this is what the church believe. Meet a man and wait for him to marry you, propose to you. No. You will be 10 years a girlfriend. Don't do it. I have to go. Let me know what you think. Mwah, mwah.